everybody. I hope you're all doing good. I hope you had a good weekend. Had it kind of rough lately. We had a dog for like 14 years and she just passed away yesterday. So she's been sick for a couple days and I haven't uploaded, but she finally passed away yesterday. And it just came pretty much from out of nowhere. She was doing good, and then I think she might have fell down our back stairs or something. We have another dog who likes to jump on her and play and stuff like that. So I think he might have been running down the stairs the same time she was, and I think she fell down the stairs and she ended up passing away yesterday. So that's good because she's not in pain anyway. Didn't have to suffer too long. But my sister was kind of upset about that, so I haven't uploaded for a few days, but I'm back. And today we're going to check out, the last video I did was like camping videos, scary camping videos. So today we're going to check one out called Terrifying Things Found in the Woods. Let's check it out.
What do you do when nobody's around to hear you scream?
I don't know what the this is, but we're getting out of here. Hang on.
When your closest reach for help is miles away, and the only thing stopping an unwanted intruder is the nearest tree to hide behind and your own sense of survival. What you are about to see are a collection of terrifying and unsettling encounters that have occurred just outside the reach of humanity. In places where no one may be able to find you, and around bushes where no one may ever look. Welcome to Pixels After Dark, and let's explore terrifying
Never done this
things
channel before. Check out
woods.
Pixels After Dark. I'll have it in the comments or in the description.
In early 2024, YouTuber The Northwest Wind went stealth camping off a local dog park and walking trail. Luckily, he didn't venture too deep, as the purpose of stealth camping is pretty much camping wherever you choose. The downside of this, however, being that staying close to public landmarks does make you easily noticeable. You run the risk of meeting anyone who might appear in this park on this night.
That's true.
Surrounded by darkness and
kind of be
trees,
safer
you
way
only have to
out
hope
in the
that
woods,
those who
except
do
for
find
the
you
critters.
aren't dangerous. The man soon finds a nice area to set up camp, however became noticeably distracted by something in the distance.
It's not crappy quality. It's nice strings, all of that. Sorry. And the design is actually printed on the hoodie to where you watch.
He decided to ignore this and continued setting up his camp. However, it wasn't long before an unsettling dread began to wash over the forest.
I don't know what it is here, but I keep feeling like somebody's watching me, and it's like very
Pay attention.
very
to your
strong
feelings.
feeling, like hair on the back of my neck standing up.
GTFO.
I don't know.
With the hopes that he could just wake in the morning and finally leave this eerie situation, this YouTuber was in for one of the scariest experiences
Much better to do it in the
of his
daylight.
life. As he began to lay down, he heard footsteps approaching his tent, and soon they were right by his side.
There's somebody. Hang on. I don't know if they could see it or not through the tent. I don't think so. I'm leaning right up against the light, but somebody's walking around out there very close to the tent. They're really close now. They're like... Listen. I'm getting the out of here. Hello? Hello? I don't know what the this is, but we're getting out of here. Hang on.
I
Hello?
think in a public park,
Hey, they're
it could be pretty
walking
much
away now.
anybody.
What do you want? Went this way. I see you. Get away! They went over that way. I can't see him now. I know you're there. I see you. They collapsed my tent on me and pulled the fly off while I was still in there. It smells like someone's smoking a cigarette too. I smell your cigarette. All right, they're moving again. I don't know. I'm getting out of here. We're going. I'll come back for this some other time.
He didn't hesitate to run back to his car. However, as he began to leave, the strangers continued to follow.
He tripped, fell right on my face, Hang on, is this still recording? You see that? I see you! I can see you!
Luckily, he made it back safely to his car, with his last sight being the flashlight in the distance growing larger. In October of 2022, a hiker decided to go camping within the trees and brush of a nearby forest.
I would have left in the
He put
daylight.
together a fire and then went exploring while filming the surrounding area, something he did frequently on his YouTube channel. The forest was eerie, to say the least. Growth was minimal and all the trees were drained of life, leading the man to coin the forest something rather fitting.
So many dead trees. I think I'm gonna name this one Dead Forest.
He traveled on, but as the man traveled deeper, he began to lose his sense of direction.
Man, this place is so lonely. Imagine just being lost out here. It feels like this would never end. I hope I'm not getting lost here. I'm pretty sure camp is back this way.
You think?
Despite this, however, he trusted his own instincts
Pretty sure.
and ventured further, something he would soon come to regret. See, it wasn't long after this that the hiker realized he wasn't alone.
Oh, fuck.
A sound heard as clear as day and nearby. A voice of what seems to be a young girl calls, "I see you." The man runs frantically, trying to find his way back to his camp while staying aware of what lies in front of him. He continuously checks his surroundings
This
and
one is
soon
creepy,
discovers
but I
an
think
old
it's
and weathered
staged.
deer stand. Although this was likely exclusively used for hunting, who knows who repurposed this to get a better view of those camping nearby. The man eventually found his camp and never discovered what he heard on that terrifying night, and to this day, it remains a mystery.
It kept saying, "I see you," and that sounded kind of like it might be
Travel with
staged
Gary and
to me.
Amika follows a father and daughter as they explore the world in their self-built camper van. Visiting all sorts of places around the world, it's just expected that the two might eventually run into some unsettling encounters and locations. When exploring the UK and hiking through Tetsmere Forest in Scotland, the two discover something terrifying. An unnerving cabin in the woods.
We just stopped and had a look in these woods. Look at how scary that is. Put the torch on. Whoa.
Scattering the outside were many dressed up mannequins in various positions. Some were sporting stylish hair, while others were propped up on ladders leaning against trees. The entire scenery is very liminal and unnerving, and it only gets more disturbing when you investigate the cabin. The outside walls were painted with crude depictions of naked women in sexual positions.
These people
And the name of the
have a
building was
strange
marked
idea
as
of
the
art.
second best exotic COVID hotel. Some people think it might be an art project or some sort of strategically placed troll, while others think it might be some sort of meeting ground for a certain activity. I think I can let you use your imagination to figure out what that might be. As the two began to leave, they noticed a car
Yeah, don't
driving
stick
towards
around
the
there with
cabin.
your daughter.
The father noted that he began to freak out, however kept his composure, trying not to scare his daughter.
Right.
They both got back to their van safely and left with the memory they surely wouldn't forget. In 2021, a man named Phil, owner of the Hike Slam YouTube channel, went hiking on a section of the Appalachian Trail in Virginia. He began his journey, however it was only about 30 minutes until things took an eerie turn.
In Virginia, is that close to U-shape?
He found a collection of litter and garbage placed just off the main sector of the trail that had some unusual writing scattering the surface. The words don't seem to make much sense, and it honestly just seems like mentally unwell ramblings. It was creepy, but Phil proceeded on, only to find something much more sinister shortly ahead. Phil discovered a much larger collection of trash and rocks filled with wild ramblings. Some of the more noteworthy things that he found was a rock that had many references and conspiracies to the FBI, another rock that referenced a character named the Wolfman, and finally, a freshly killed duck.
That duck is fairly recently killed. Alright. Kind of creepy. There's a fire down
I
there.
gotta say that has to have been just
Phil
put there
then noted that
because
he found two
it would be
women who were
pretty warm
freaked
if
out
it
by the
rained or
mysterious
something.
man. They asked if Phil could accompany them back to their car, and after doing so, finish his camping expedition in a different sector of the Appalachian Trail.
I'm gonna check out the shelter log here. I hang out by the fire. Almost every shelter on the Appalachian Trail has a shelter log where people write in their trail names and what's going on. They can write whatever they want in there. So it's kind of cool tradition here.
Yeah, it's neat.
Alright, let's see what's happened recently. Holy crap. Wait a second. Hold on, adjust the camera here. This writing looks almost exactly like the writing that was on that garbage a couple of miles from here.
Okay.
This is the same ramblings from the guy that was on the other side of the river. That's kind of scary. Think grave robbery in an attempt to obscure the reality of little Mrs. Wolf.
That's bizarre.
What you just witnessed was a metal wire that nearly decapitated
Oh, I
a
didn't
man
even
driving
see
an
it.
ATV. Luckily, the wire broke before the helmet could, and the man survived. However, this is a consistent problem.
A social media post warns trail riders about dangerous booby traps in the woods.
All over YouTube, you can find evidence of psychopaths setting up steel wires along bike trails, with the hope that it will slice through and greatly injure unsuspecting
Man,
bikers.
there's some sick people out there.
Sometimes riders are able to narrowly avoid these traps.
I saw
However,
that
some
one.
realize too late and are left with lasting injuries. Please use this as a reminder that danger can lurk anywhere. Whether it's in broad daylight or late at night, it's always important to stay wary and learn how to correctly navigate the dangers that can accompany a simple trip through the woods. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. This has been Pixels After Dark, and
Okay, cool. Check out that channel, Pixels After Dark. I think that was a pretty good video. I liked it anyway. That last one, I was expecting there to be a bear or something come out. Not a booby trap set up from some sicko. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below. Now, how about a joke? Why do people with foot fetishes never win? Because they like the taste of defeat.